All right, welcome to your cool down video. So this is something that you guys are gonna wanna do if you just finished a really hard HIIT workout, a really tough strength training day with some parts of your body that are really feeling like noodles. Right now, this is the workout that you guys wanna do. So meet me on the floor, we're gonna bring it down. Your heart rate should be coming down by now after all that high intensity work or all that strength work. Your body really needs a little bit of time to recover. So it's really important that we stretch it out, let some time to let your heart rate come down so you guys can feel good the next 24 and 48 hours. So we're gonna come to the ground. First thing we're gonna do is lying on our backs. So lay on your back. And first thing I want you to pull that knee in. This other leg is gonna go down on the ground. You're gonna pull that knee in. So with my hands, I'm pulling that knee in and back. I want your back flat up on the ground. Keep that other hip on the ground. You're gonna pull it in, feel it in that hip just slightly. And from here, we're gonna extend it up. Now, if you notice you can't get to full extension with how far your leg is back, let it come forward a little bit more, get that full extension, okay? We're gonna pump that leg about 10 times, feel that in the quad just a little bit, but you're getting extra blood flow to that hamstring, which is what we want. Coming back up from there, go ahead, just give me a small little pull, hold it for about 5 or 10 seconds. We can move that ankle around a little bit, might get some crack-a-lacking in, that's okay. Give me about 5 or 10 gas pedals, pull that toe all the way up towards your shin, about 5 or 10 times. From here, we're gonna bend that leg, cross it over. Option 1, you can leave it down and just push on that knee. It's gonna stretch out that piriformis in your glutes, or you can pull through here. And don't worry about letting that neck up. You can let that neck come down and relax, really just pull that leg in. Another option, you can just pull in and push down here. Keep that neck back nice and stretched out. After that, go ahead and bring that leg down. Other leg, you're pulling it in. So you're pulling that knee in nice and slow. Remember, you don't have to be so tense in here. We're just nice and relaxed. We're cooling it down. After you pull that leg in about 10 or 15 seconds, we're gonna extend it. Remember, we're not trying to get that leg bent. We wanna get that full extension. So you're going for a slight knee bend, and then you're trying to kick your heel up towards the sky. So notice I'm not kicking out, I'm kicking up. About 10 or 12 of those. Feel it in that quad. You're flexing the quad, forcing the hamstring to relax, okay? Flex, relax. From there, we're gonna just pull it in nice and easy. Roll that ankle around. Might be listening to your favorite music right now. Letting that neck come down, relaxed. Gas pedals, so you're pushing down. And watch my toe, you're pulling that toe up to the shin. Push and pull. Getting that nice stretch. From here, we're gonna bend that leg. You can push down on your knee, or you can pull it through. Squeeze it in. We're gonna wait about 10 more seconds. After that, we're gonna get that lower back nice and loosened up. You may have done a lot of strengthening back there. It's really important that we stretch it out. So what we're gonna do firstly, I want you to just squeeze and give yourself a nice big hug. Pull those knees into your ribs. And now as you do this, after about 5 or 10 seconds, I want you guys to push your tailbone down. So as I'm gonna pull my knees in, I'm gonna physically try and push my tailbone to the ground. So push down and squeeze in. You're gonna feel that big stretch. You should feel like your spine is lengthening when you're doing that. Hold it for about 5 or 10 seconds. From here, we're gonna let both legs go out, arms out to your side. You're gonna make a big T. What I want you to do is bend your knee over, okay? Now, you might feel like you're gonna roll all the way over. What I want you to do is try and keep both shoulder blades on the ground. So if that's too much and your shoulder blades are coming off the ground, what I want you to do is bend your knee, and then that top hand is gonna hold it. Really feeling that stretch in that back. Might even help if you turn in the opposite direction. As you take that deep breath, let that low back stretch out. From here, we're gonna flip it over onto the other side. So you can either keep your legs straight, but see how that distance in my shoulder blade is off the ground? What I want you to do is bend and then reach. And I'm looking opposite direction from where my knees are pointed. Now it's really important you're not staying tight here. Stretch and relax, really important. Take a deep breath and let everything just relax. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and roll it up nice and easy. Your back should be feeling really good. We're gonna do just a few cat-cow stretches. So what that is, you're gonna start on all fours. So shoulders right over your wrists on these, knees right under your hips. You're gonna tuck your hips in and round your back as much as you can. So think round it, and then you're gonna extend, look up, try and arch that back nice and slow. We're gonna do this 5 times. Hold it for about 5 or 6 seconds. So if you notice me from the side, I want you to watch my back. It's gonna go from an arched position into a rounded position as much as we can. Knees right under your hips, shoulders right over your wrists. So we're gonna go arching it, and you're trying to get that back nice and tight there. Squeeze those shoulder blades, and then you're gonna tuck your hips in. And imagine I was just pulling up from the top. Imagine I had a string and I was just pulling it right up from your back, tucking those hips in, rounded. And you're going back and forth, nice and slow, 5 times. Last back stretch we're gonna do here. Give me one more. All right, now we're gonna stretch those hips out a little bit. So what I want you to do is take a knee here. I want you to sit your hips back first. So sit them back. From here, I want you to put your hand on your knee. And now my hips are back. I want you to tuck them forward. So push this hip forward. All of a sudden, you're gonna feel a much bigger pull in that hip, which is just what we want. Now from here, you're gonna lean forward ever so slightly. If you're someone then you're leaning like this and you think, I don't really feel it too much, it's because your hips are still back. I want you to watch this. Hips are back right now. Tuck them forward, and I can't go nearly as far. So you're gonna feel that stretch a lot more in that hip flexor. A lot of us have tight hips from sitting all day. We all do. Make sure you get that good stretch. We're gonna go ahead and switch legs. So same thing, start with your hips back, tuck them in, and now lean it forward. If you need to take a little bit bigger of a step, that's okay. You might feel that glute in that bottom leg tightening just a little bit, that's okay. Keep those hips coming forward. Now from here, we're gonna bring both feet in, so you're gonna sit like you are a baseball or softball catcher. You're gonna put your hands on the ground, nice and wide, and you're gonna lean forward ever so slightly so that your elbows push those knees out. Take a couple of deep breaths, and as you blow the air out, I want you to lean forward, let those knees go into those elbows. From here, we're not gonna stand all the way up quite yet. We're just gonna stay right here. I want you to see my back is nice and rounded. This is probably one of the only times you're gonna hear me say, I want your back nice and rounded, okay? I want you to just bend those knees. So you're reaching towards your calves, towards your toes, bending those knees in and out. Get that nice stretch. We're gonna slowly roll it up. Slowly roll it up. Arms up nice and high. And then take a deep breath, bring your arms down. What we're gonna do to finish it off, I wanna do some neck rolls, okay? So I want you to imagine that your shoulders are gonna go up, back, down, and forward. So they go up, back, down, forward. As big as you can, so it's not about speed. I want you to get 5 of these, okay? Your neck should be getting nice and loose by now. Everything should be feeling very good. Heart rate is down. Last thing that we're gonna do, pulling that neck to the side just so ever so slightly. You're pulling just a tiny smidge bit. And then the other side, take a deep breath. And you guys should be feeling good. That was your quick little cool down. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.